This is Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Welcome to Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Crimson Tide. This place is charged up and ready for a big game today. And a game like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, there's history and tradition, but right here, right now, there is tremendous intensity and bitterness on this field. You can feel it. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Alabama will kick it off to get us underway. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. He's going to hand this off. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And the same runner's got it again. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. The game goes back to 1895, Kirk, but as you know, it's begun to pick up intensity, this rivalry, because they are always in each other's way in the SEC.
Yeah, this rivalry doesn't necessarily have the history, even though it does go back to 1895, but you're right. Things seem to change when the SEC split East and West. It became a battle about who would represent the West, the winner typically between Alabama and LSU. It seems like every year from that point on, it's a game we all point to before the season even starts.
Sets up as a 3rd and 3 here on this opening possession. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught quickly. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. Here we go on 4th down. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Gutsy call here by this offense. Early in this game, on a 4th down, they decide to go for it, and they come up with the first down to be able to move the sticks and keep this drive alive. The gutsy call pays off for the offense.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. A handoff to the back, and he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Good work to get the foot down after the grab. This running back, Kirk, might have been spending some time with those receiver drills.
Yeah, as you know, Chris, these running backs anymore in college football, they are really like glorified wide receivers because not only do they have to be excellent runners, but as you see here, the ability to be able to catch the ball and then the awareness to get a foot down to be able to stay in bounds for a nice gain.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Quarterback's got it on the option. He'll toss it to the back. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, I know it's here early in this game, but boy, this is what you want to see as an offense. You get to these third downs, it's all about trying to create opportunities and momentum, and that's what they've done here, converting to get a new set of downs.
They'll hand it off. Get some space around the 30. That's a big gain. The offense is threatening now. Spot the ball at the 22.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run. I mean, they've been doing that forever, going all the way back to like Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield. Leonard Fournette. And, of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that great 2019 team. And now, LSU stable of backs again on this roster, too.
Powering right past the defender.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9.
Chris, if I'm not mistaken, this guy's already over 30 yards on the opening drive of this game. Another nice play right here. If this defense can't stop him, just keep feeding him the football.
And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. He's swarmed by the defense.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup and put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. The Sauk were able to bring him down quickly.
Well, they get stopped here on second down. It's going to bring up a third and goal situation. And from this far back out, wouldn't be surprised to see them go through the air. Just don't want the quarterback to take a sack here. Make sure he gets the ball out of his hands quickly.
Third and goal, looking to throw for it. Running out of time in the pocket. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play. So on fourth down now, out comes the field goal unit. No problem. Knocks it right through. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes in knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. First down here for this offense. Look him out throwing here to start the drive. Wasting no time. He's going to go deep on the first play. Oh, the pass is picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Nice job by this defense jumping on that football to come up with the interception. And not exactly how this quarterback envisioned this game starting. His very first throw of the game, he puts into traffic, and he costs his team in a big way.
One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is the offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Catch hauled in here over the middle, and the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score LSU 3, Alabama 0.
A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. And there's the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. That's a big gain. The offense is threatening now. Spot the ball at the 22.
Boy, there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than to give up a first down on a big run like that on third down. You've got them where you want them, probably thinking that they're going to throw the ball. Instead, they run it and gash you for a huge gain on the ground.
Big set. Here's second down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Fires it to the wideout. He pulls in the catch. The gain moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. Here comes the point after attempt. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back.
LSU 10, Alabama 0.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. And the running back takes the handoff. That one takes it across the 30-yard line. The last time they played, of course, Alabama won comfortably. That was an embarrassing day for the LSU faithful. They have not forgotten it.
Chris, I don't think anybody's going to forget that loss because it was so surprising to see LSU get blown out. But they feel much better about this matchup.
Here comes a handoff. First down, they'll keep the drive going to the 37.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up first downs like that right there. Beautiful play.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? That's a design quarterback keeper. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
On the play. Brings up second down.
Now it's second down here. Looking to pass this time. Receiver makes the catch. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Quarterback looks downfield and make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Off play action, he's looking to throw. On the run, going to heave it downfield. Receiver left alone down there for a huge gain. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Such a well-designed play here by this offense to find a way to get the ball to the gifted tight end. He's got the size, he's got the speed, he's a difficult matchup, and here he shows he's got the speed to take it all the way into the end zone for that touchdown.
And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. From the shotgun, drops back. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Well, it's great to see this quarterback from LSU make that throw and put it right on the money to pick up that first down. And I think that's the big thing that LSU fans want to see is consistency from the quarterback position. There have been moments where you've seen that. There have been other moments where they've been asking for more out of their quarterback. So you had the Burrow moment in 2019 that was historic, one of the best we've ever seen in the sport. And now you want to see throws like this. It'd be a great compliment to that running game. And then you become a complete package and a real threat in the SEC.
Second down after that completion. Handoff here from the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Third down after that running play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Here's the throw deep downfield. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
Fourth down now. Time for perhaps one more play before we hit the 2-minute warning. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Looks like LSU has the first down.
Well, these are the kind of situations you practice every week. You got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before countless times, and it shows.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. They'll try the option play here. He's got a first down and more. They bring him down, but a simple quarterback keeper for a solid gain and a fresh set of downs.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. No press here. The defense backing away. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down.
Again, this is a really nice job here by the defense, keeping everything in front of them in that situation. Now they're rewarded with this third and long. We'll see if they do the same thing here, or they're going to sell out and bring the pressure.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. He made good on his first attempt, but this one is from 47 yards away. And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range. So they settle for 3 here, and now the kickoff. See if the opposing offense can answer before halftime. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25. They cannot stop him. He's in. Touchdown. Tied. And they get set now to try the PAT. They knock through the PAT and go on top 14-13. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Catch made on the right side. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. And here comes a deep shot. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. It bounces past the sideline, out of bounds, and they avoid the turnover there.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. Looking to throw it on first down. Looked over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man. For him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Gets your hands a little shaky.
So second down after the incompletion. The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. Pitch to the back. He'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field. That one hurts. Backs him up 10 yards. Second down play coming up. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Incompletion sets up a third down now for this offense. And looking for a big play here. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Tigers. Now the try here for the extra point. Make the extra point and go up 6. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Now here's the toss play. And the run moves the ball up to the 33. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
You know, a toss play just starts with the offensive line, whether or not they can set the edge on the outside, whether it's a tackle or a tight end in that same direction. If they do that, you're going to have positive yards. If you can't set that edge, play's going to blow up.
Makes a quick grab. And that will pick up a first down. They'll spot it at 38. Just time enough for one more play in the half. First down, looking to throw the ball. Got got him. He's sacked. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
LSU 20, Alabama 14.
All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Alabama offense onto the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front of the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Play action fake, looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot. Oh, that one's picked off. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
On the ground, it's Williams. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Crucial 3rd down play coming up after that run. Drop in back, looking to throw for the first down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. They'll kick it away here. And here's the return. And the return will be brought down. Here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. The last possession ending in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. And the quarterback keeps it here. Tackle made out of the 24-yard line. Nice play. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
Man, is this guy difficult to deal with or what? When your quarterback can just say, I am pulling this down and I am taking off my...
And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. Not much on the return, but the pick will set up the offense at the 35.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in the zone coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So the timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And the crowd coming to life here trying to help this defense down in the red zone. But to pick up the third and short through the air. The ball is loose. And the defense jumps on the football.
Chris, we're in the fourth quarter. You're in the red zone with a nice lead, a chance to maybe score and put this game away, and instead you put the ball on the ground, it's a fumble. This game just got really interesting.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. This drive is important. Last one and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
Hey, it's a great job with this defense containing the running game. If I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with me.
Offense getting set. It's second down. And he drops back in the gun. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Tackle made, but he gets the ball out across the 20-yard line. Good game.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart with the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
Second down play coming up for this offense. They're going to run it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a third and manageable here. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. On the run here, lets it go. It's a quick grab. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on third down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. On first down, it's play action. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Makes the catch downfield. They bring him down at the 45, but a solid gain to keep this drive going. And that'll put him over 150 yards today, Kirk. He is putting on a show on this big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just playing his best game. He's been in sync with his receivers. Back there, has time to throw. Just having a dream performance.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Touchdown, Bama. Just ran away from the defense.
Chris, all week I've wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He'll call for the fair catch here. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They moved it well last time, got across the 50, but then fumbled the football away. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they will claim the second half lead.
The key to me in this is the quarterback gets the ball out of his hands early. Allows the receiver to run underneath that deep ball on that post route for a beautiful touchdown.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point makes the lead 6. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
LSU 27, Alabama 21.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. The last drive, the ground game, was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. Quick completion to the tight end. And that will pick up the first down. They'll spot it at 38.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And I think the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Brought down to crosses midfield to the 46. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And now the handoff. He shreds the tackle. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Hat on the hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Here's the option play. Pitches to the back. Finds room at the 30. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Alabama.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
And here's the fair catch by the return man. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. It was a one-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
Chris, that's a classic case of predetermining what to do with the football. You've got this incredibly talented receiver, arguably the best athlete on the field. I get it. You want to get him the football, but throwing into double coverage, that's a no-no and a great way to throw picks.
Lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. They're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Across the 40 now. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Inside the 20. Touchdown, LSU. And they'll claim the fourth quarter lead.
Well, this is why they love this guy so much, is when it's crunch time, he makes plays like this. And what I love is the quarterback knows all I got to do is get the ball in his hands, and he can do the rest of the work and get it all the way to the end zone. Great play.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a designed run. He'll run it into the end zone for the two-point try to build the lead up to 7. Now they get set to kick it away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Onto the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. Alabama comes up with the line quickly. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40.
That's another good run for him. What else is new? That ought to put him right at 150 yards for the game. He has really made his presence felt today.
This could be a dramatic finish, marching toward a tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Important second down play coming up. Play action fake, looking to throw. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. You'd love to build a drive, choose some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play call? They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. A quick throw out left, complete. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Boy, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looking for his big tight end, who makes the grab. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Well, the defense gets these guys to third down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the first down. So the clock will continue to move. And the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. They'll work the clock here with the running game. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Boy, we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the fourth quarter, force them to use all their timeouts, and just keep working that clock.
Second down after that previous play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Running past the 45. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield of the 48.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. First down, looking to throw the football. And he's going for a big play downfield. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. Seventh play of the drive coming up. And then first down, right back to the running game. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down after that run on the previous play. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
LSU now operating in the red zone. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. And that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
You know, they try to run the football here, and they're unable to get that first down. The clock does keep moving. The big question now is third down. What do? Keep it on the ground again, or roll the dice, throw the football, knowing an incompletion, the clock will stop.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. An inside give now from the shotgun. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back.
28.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Bringing pressure. Looking to scramble now. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues.
Well, that interception really about cost him the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. Let's be honest, all wins are not equal. You go in there and hammer your rival and get bragging rights. That's